Hi all, Dan the Unknown here. Hope you're all being safe and healthy while still under quarantine. Today I'm going to do a Harley Benton guitar review. This is a Harley Benton HBO 850 Classic. This was $92 plus shipping off of Thomann in Germany. I bought this with two other guitars. I was so impressed with my ST20 and SC550 that I decided to order a few more guitars. And this is the first one I'm going to review. I don't play nylon strings much, and I haven't had one in probably close to 10 years now. But I've been wanting to get one just to mess around with. I really like this one so far. I'll get into my issues in a moment. This is a very beautiful blue burst body. Of course, it's the round back or bowl back, however you want to call it. The top is spruce. The neck is mahogany. The fretboard is rosacer. Because of the thickness of the strings and the frets, my mushy fingertips don't press against the fretboard itself like on my ST20. So it hasn't bothered me, the rosacer feel. And I'm so used to it on the ST now that I don't think it would bother me anyways. I've had this for about a month, and I really am starting to like it a lot more. This has 24 frets, even though on the web page it says it's 23. Um, I guess I'll do the cons. When I got this, the action was very high. The saddle here was very tall, so obviously it lifted the strings up more. I thought at first maybe it'd be a neck adjustment and a little bit of saddle adjustment, but when I used my fretboard ruler tool thingy, this fretboard was actually flat. No bow forward or backwards. Like perfect. So I expected to spend probably half hour to an hour sanding down the saddle to the right size and get it down. But then I found a saddle I had just laying around, and other than having to trim the edge, it was the exact size I needed. Now the action's nice and low, but not too low. Had to put a little bit of a bow in the neck to get some relief. And now it plays extremely well. It's pretty well intonated now, and I really do like it now. I did that about a week ago, and it went from being playable but not great to being really playable. The only other issue I've had is, and a good part of it's probably because these strings are old, is when tuning, the strings sometimes slip, so it makes tuning it difficult. Once you get it in tune, it seems to stay in tune pretty well. And of course, like most cheaper price guitars, there's a little play in the tuning pegs before it catches and starts moving. The pros for me are, though it's a generic sound system, it sounds pretty good. It comes with treble, mid, and bass controls. Usually you won't have a mid control on lower end guitars like this or lower price guitars. Um, it's pretty comfortable, the guitar overall, and it plays really nice. And acoustically, without it plugged in, it sounds really nice too. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this. Even out of the box with it pretty high, fairly high, I would say. It wouldn't be a bad beginner's guitar, though I would always suggest a beginner uses an electric guitar only because the strings are thinner and the necks are usually thinner, so it'll be easier to start with. Okay, I guess that's it. I would also recommend this to anybody who might want a cheap nylon guitar that they're not going to get a whole lot of use out of, so they don't want to spend a whole lot of money, which is me. That's why I got this. I am definitely interested in trying some more of their acoustic electrics in the future. With that said, I guess that's it. Let's hear how it sounds. Whoops. By the way, just so you know, finger picking is my weakness of mine, so don't mind it. Alright, not plugged in. Alright, hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Later. Alright, so after editing my review of this guitar, I realized there's a couple other things I should have mentioned, so I decided to do a quick update to my review. First, I've changed the strings. I put on Ernesto Pala ball-end strings. Hopefully you can see that. Which, if you're not familiar with them, they're basically Ernie Ball nylon strings. The other thing I did is, as you can see, I added some fret marker stickers to there that I got off of eBay. Makes it a little easier for me to find my way around the fingerboard. But the one thing I did want to mention to you, it's been 2 weeks since I put these strings on, which means it's been about 2 weeks since I did that review, and this guitar, once you tune it, it stays in tune while you're playing for the most part, but once you let it sit, it slips out of tune. So every time I go to play it after, not playing for a while, I have to retune it up. And it's sat for about 3 or 4 days now without me touching it. It had pretty much slipped down to close to an E flat standard tuning, almost like it wants to be an E flat instead of E. But it's not that big of a deal for me. I don't mind tuning it up every now and then, before I play. I'm going to look into trying to get new tuners, see if that'll help. And it's not just the nylon strings, it's also the regular strings that slip out of tune. Alright, that's all I really wanted to add to it. I still really enjoy the guitar, even though I have to tune it up when I first pick it up. Alright, just so you know.